In this video, you will learn how to renovate a bathtub with EKOPEL 2K. The owner already coated the bathtub a couple of years ago with a different material, and the paint began to peel off. Firstly, you need to remove the old paint, if any. Remove the overflow cover, which is on the bathtub wall, and the drain cover, which is on the bathtub bottom. Our handyman uses a special tool to remove old coating, but at home you can use a knife, sandpaper, or a metal putty knife. Sometimes it is easier to remove the coating heating it up with a hairdryer. Clean the drain hole thoroughly. If you don't do it properly, it can lead to peeling of the coating. Place the drain cover back on the drain hole and close the hole with the plug so that rubbish does not get into the hole during further work. Now remove silicone. Silicone can be removed with a knife. Collect the large rubbish in a trash bag and rinse the tub thoroughly. After removing the silicone, clean the area with sandpaper. Take a cleaner from the kit or use any other strong limescale remover. Apply the cleaner to the bathtub and spread it with a brush over the bathtub until foam formation and leave it for a few minutes. Then scrub the bathtub with a stiff brush, using sandpaper if necessary. The limescale must be completely removed. Then rinse the tub with plenty of water. If there is rust on the surface, remove it with sandpaper. Disconnect the shower hose after washing. Sop up water from the walls with a cloth. Check that there is no condensation on the pipes and that the tap is working properly and does not drip. If water gets on the new, not yet hardened coating, it will be damaged. The bathtub surface should be dry. Remove the drain cover. Take a plastic bag, check if it is tight and put it on the faucet for further protection of coating from water ingress. Tape the perimeter of the bathtub over the tiles with masking tape. Then protect the front of the bathtub with plastic wrap or old newspapers. The drain hole must be protected from the entering of liquid material to the drain pipe. Roll up a lump of napkin and plug it into the pipe. This lump should remain in the hole until hardening of the material. Cut off the bottom of the plastic cup and try it into the hole. The plastic cup should fit snugly into the hole and not fall out of it. The siphon on this bathtub cannot be removed, so we will show the renovation without removing the siphon. If your bathtub can be disconnected from the drain pipe, it is better to do so. Cover the overflow hole with masking tape. Cover the drain hole with wide masking tape. Do not stick one end of the tape to the bathtub surface so that it can be easily peeled off later. Cut the tape in a circle at the overflow hole with small allowance. Prepare paper towels for further work in advance. We start to stir the EKOPEL 2K material. Stirring is a very important process. Shake the bottle with a hardener. Pour the hardener into a bucket with white material. Use a stick for stirring the material. The material must be stirred thoroughly to obtain a homogeneous mixture. Scrape material off the sides. Scoop up from the bottom and mix. Mixing should take about 15 minutes. Then cover the bucket with a lid and leave it for 5 minutes. Then stir again for 3 to 5 minutes. Then we start applying the material. Pour some of the material from the bucket into a 500 ml plastic cup and start applying to the corners of the bathtub. Then pour it to the edges. When you finish the front edge, be careful not to touch it with your clothes. Apply the next batch of material along the border of the flowing material. If you have not removed the siphon, do not pour all the material from the bucket onto the bathtub. Leave approximately 500 ml of material in the bucket. This is about 1 glassful. While the material flows down, check. There may be hair or some rubbish on the edges or walls. You can remove it with a spreader or knife and even out this area, as the handyman shows. At this point, you need to remove the masking tape from the tile. Pay attention to how the handyman removes the tape in order to make it easier to throw it into the trash bag. Then use a spreader and take the material from the bottom with from the bottom up movement so that it covers the empty spaces on the walls of the bathtub. Only the notch side of the spreader should touch the bathtub surface. When the walls are covered, even out the material at the bottom. Use a paper towel to rub the drops on the outside of the front edge of the bathtub. If you notice uncovered areas, take some material from the bottom of the bathtub to cover them. Then, warm up the coating with a hairdryer. You can use a normal hairdryer on the mode warm air, low airflow. Heat up the bottom of the bathtub thoroughly. Firstly, it allows the material to spread at the bottom well, and secondly, it will remove all, even invisible air bubbles from the thick layer at the bottom of the bathtub. If there are any drops, warm up this area with a hairdryer and the drops will even out. Then take a disposable plastic spoon and collect the material that flows to the drain hole area to the plastic cup. We would like to remind that this process can be avoided by disconnecting the drain pipe and placing an empty container under the drain hole. Wipe the drips off the edge of the bathtub again. Take a larger paper towel and wipe the drain hole area. Remove the masking tape from the overflow hole with a spreader or knife. Take some material from the bottom of the bathtub and apply it over the empty areas around the overflow hole. Please note that any drops or unevenness on the coating can be removed by heating this place with a hairdryer. The handyman makes a drip to show how to remove unevenness. And once again, it will be helpful to warm up the bottom. Continue to remove excess material from the drain area with a spoon. When the drain area stops filling with material, remove the tape from the drain hole and place a plastic cup into it. If the material does not flow onto the front wall of the bathtub, you can remove the protective film as well. So, the renovation process is finished. Remove the cup after 36 to 48 hours. It may happen that the material flows strongly to the cup. This usually happens if you stop removing the flowing material from the drain hole too early. That is, did not wait until it stops flowing and put the cup. In this case, polish the drain hole with sandpaper and install the grate. In most cases, however, the material does not flow and the grate can be installed without much effort. This coating is thick, does not peel off, and has a dazzling white colour. The renovated bathtub will look good for a very long time, and we hope it will make your life a little happier.